On this webcast, we're going to tell you everything you need to do for 2018 with George Thomas. Let's go. Hey everybody, this is Antoine Dupont with Katapult.Marketing, and this is webcast number 28, and we have George Thomas in the house. Hi George, how are you?
Hey Antoine, how you doing? I am doing great. I'm glad I'm here. And 28, I think I like that number.
It's the best number. It was your number. It was designed to be for you. So, George, I know you're world famous in the world of HubSpot. I know like everybody knows who you are. And internet marketing and video marketing, a lot of people know who you are because you're number one, a really cool guy and a very dynamic public speaker. But for, let's just say, the few people that don't know who you are, can you please introduce yourself and what you do for a living?
Yeah, definitely. Well, first of all, Antoine, thank you for that. I'm super humbled. I guess some people know me. I don't know if every single person knows me, but maybe someday, right? Maybe someday. My name is George B. Thomas. I work for a company called The Sales Lion. You can find us over at thesaleslion.com. I do HubSpot, inbound marketing, content marketing. Really the claim to fame in 2012, I heard a Gary Vaynerchuk keynote. Some of you may know that guy. And at that inbound 2012 conference, I said, hey, I want to do that thing right there. And we signed up for HubSpot. I quickly started educating myself around all the tools, tactics, and strategies that I needed to know. One thing led to another. I ended up getting like 3 certifications, 7 certifications. Now, Antoine, as we sit here today, I have 15 out of the 16 possible certifications, and I'm a accredited HubSpot trainer, which is like one of 21 people on the planet that have a podcast called the Hubcast, which is specific for HubSpot users. So to say that I bleed orange is probably an understatement. But I mean, here's the deal. It was really niche-y, and it has served me really well over the past 4 or 5 years.
Very, very cool. And it's funny because we've met each other a couple of months ago in Orlando at a conference, and we have this thing in common where we both heard Gary Vaynerchuk for the first time at HubSpot in 2012. And the irony is, I told you I was sitting upstairs a little bit to the right, and you say, yeah, this is where I was too. And we were probably sitting like, a few feet from each other, and that both of us had like Gary Vaynerchuk kind of like snap something into us saying, we got it. So it's a great anecdote there.
Well, yeah, because what's funny is he pointed up at the area where we're sitting. You guys in the bleachers, or you guys, in the top row. And both of us sitting there thinking, oh, he's talking to me.
No, he was talking to me.
He was talking to me.
No, he was talking to me. Yeah, we should actually one day, I hope we meet Gary Vaynerchuk today, and he says, okay, we need to settle this. Who were you talking to, me or him?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Yeah, right.
So here's what we want to talk about today. 2017 is over. We're December.
It's gone.
It's done. It's gone, right? Whatever you've done, you've done. 2018 is in the house, so it's coming at us, within a few weeks, and it's going to be right there. So you need to be ready. And I wanted to talk with you, George. What does a typical business, American business should be thinking about and doing for 2018? And I ask you to bring up 3 specific points, right? So if you
which was difficult,
right?
Which by the way, Antoine, was difficult, right? Because there's a whole lot more than 3. Everybody watching this,
right? Well, but we need to give them a reason to hire us. We're just going to give them the 3 most important one. And hopefully it's going to give you enough to really go in the right direction. But, obviously, if you want to know all 12 points, well, 1-800 George B. Thomas.
So I wonder if that's a real phone number.
No, it is. You bet. After this thing, before I publish this video, you might want to buy it. So I ask you for 3 specific things, right? The 3 things that every single business owner, whether you're a lawyer, a dentist, a doctor, a manufacturer in America, here's what you should really have your mindset around your marketing strategy. The first one, you said educate yourself, and I thought that was really interesting. So tell me more. What do you mean by educate myself?
Yeah, definitely. So here's the thing. I have had the opportunity to live in a very special world. And what I mean by that is the sales line is a consulting agency, meaning we don't do any of the work for you. We
Hmm.
just teach people how to fish so that they can go out and feed themselves for a lifetime. Now, what we've seen amongst all of this is there are many businesses who just hire agencies or want to hire agencies that can do it all for them. And they basically just want to turn the switch on. They want to be able to go back into the room, take a nap, eat some
Hmm.
M&Ms, maybe have a nice, shot of scotch or something and know that, or feel like everything is happening as is supposed to because we pay XYZ agency, ABC amount per month. And then they think it's over.
Right.
And what I really, 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 really want people to do who have this mentality is, sure, you can pay that agency to build the landing page, to design the call to action, to write the blog articles, but only if you are going to be part of the process, only if you're going to educate yourself on the things that are happening in the space. Should you be doing influencing marketing? Should you be doing some other type of tactic? Should you be able to do your own reporting inside of HubSpot? And if you are supposed to, how can you? And see, it's not about the M&Ms and the scotch and the nap. It's about how do we become a great partner
Right.
for this agency
Hmm.
who is working their butt off so that we can. Here's the thing. I'll do this. When a boxer gets into the ring,
Right.
is he truly by himself? No. See, the agency is the boxer that you as the person is putting in the ring. But the boxer has a team behind him
Right.
that is actually paying attention to how he can get more points in the fight, when he should duck, when he should zig, when he should zag, right? And when he comes back to his corner, that team is like, hey, next time when you go out there, do this,
Hmm.
and that.
Right.
The agency, instead of eating M&Ms and drinking scotch, should be ding, ding, boom. And all of a sudden the client is there. Hey, agency, let's go zig. Let's go zag. Let's go do this duck, right?
Right.
Here's how we're going to get more points. And that's not happening. So in 2018, if you have hired an agency to do your marketing, to help with your sales,
Hmm.
then you need to be part of the game plan. You need to be there to back them up, and you need to start educating yourself. And there's a lot of free ways that you can do that, which I'm sure you'll probably ask me a question. Well,
Right.
George, how would that be? But,
Yeah,
we can
exactly.
talk about it.
Where do I find the information? Give me the secret place.
Yeah, yeah. So first of all, if we're talking totally free, the first place I would send people is to Hubspot Academy. And you don't have to be a HubSpot user to learn there, but they have numerous certifications that you can watch video-based content.
Hmm.
So, I mean, you don't even have to read, people. You
Right.
just watch some videos, you jot down some notes, and you
Right.
take a test. And all of a sudden, you're inbound certified, you're inbound sales certified, you're email certified, you're design certified, you're content marketing. I mean, good night. Like in the beginning of this, I told you I have 15 of the 16 certifications. Now, I think 4 or 5 of those are partner only. So even whittle that down, you probably have anywhere from 8 to 10 certifications that
Yeah.
you could take for free, and you can start piecing all of this, these puzzle pieces together and start to realize, oh, these are some things that we could do. And I mean, here, other than that, like HubSpot Academy first, but Google,
Google,
YouTube,
YouTube.
like there's a ton. Yeah. Like, I mean, the
Really?
whole world is free basically. And then if I went past that, I would say, oh, you want to spend like less than $50 a month? Cool. Then get a lynda.com
Right.
account and start taking lynda.com, certifications and bring that to the table back
Hmm.
to the agents. Hey, I watched this Google Analytics certification on Lynda. Can
Hmm.
we be reporting on this? Agencies would lose their mind.
Right.
They'd probably love you. They might even give you no, they wouldn't give you a discount. But
No,
anyway,
we
I
won't.
went too far there.
No, no, no.
Antoine.
You
I
you
went
did
too
great.
far.
So let me. No, no, no. You pushed your luck, but that's what I like about you, George. Now, here's the thing that I actually will add to this is, even if you choose to hire an agency, how do you know they're doing a good job unless you're educated on the topic? Like if you don't know anything about SEO, and I'm talking to people that actually know nothing about SEO or content marketing, how do you know that the
Zero.
people? A law firm just called me like an hour ago, right? So they hired an SEO company, and within literally 3 minutes, I could tell that the SEO company that they hired is not doing a good job. And I'll tell you why, how I knew that. I looked at the Windows title of the website and it had 109 characters. 109. You and I know, and now you're going to know that the maximum number of characters in a Windows title is 50 to 60 characters. Right? So immediately I know the thing. So let's say you knew that piece of information, which actually would take you about 5 minutes to find out. Then you would know immediately that the SEO company that you hired is not doing a good job. And that's what we're talking about. You need to be educated so you actually know. A lot of people have been burned by internet marketers. And the reason why you've been burned is because you don't know anything and you need to know the basics.
So I wanna piggyback on that for a second. Yeah. Anything in your business where you look at it and you feel like it's magical or mythical,
right?
Houston, we have a problem. Right. Start educating yourself on that thing right now, yesterday, last week, last month. Like start, because nothing is magical or mythical on the internet.
No.
With digital, with inbound, with content marketing. So if it feels that way, that's a problem. Somebody will take your wallet as far as they can run with it, if that's the way that you're looking at it.
Yeah, very cool. So that's number one, educate yourself. Now, we've said a lot of things, but if there is a place where you find a great source of education, please put it in the comments right below, because we'd love to hear your ideas. We mentioned lynda.com. What is the URL for HubSpot Academy?
Oh, just type in, it's academy.hubspot.com, but even if you just Google HubSpot Academy, it comes right up.
It come right up. So if you have any kind of education or any YouTube channels that's providing a lot of information, even if it's your own, put it right below in the comments. That would be great. Right? Or if you tried one and you say, you know, I tried and it wasn't that good, you know, please let us know. All right, the second point, so the first one was educate yourself. The second point you talked to me about was qualify your leads, or double or triple qualify your leads. So what do you mean by that?
Yeah, and this one usually when people hear it, it's like it blows their mind. And I honestly need probably like a week to teach this in depth, but we're just going to cover it. Is that marketers are watching this and they're like, yeah, my sales team is always yelling at me because they say that we're sending over crappy leads. Marketing is also listening to this, and they realize that everybody in the organization knows what a subscriber is. It's somebody who subscribes to a blog or newsletter. Everybody knows what a lead is. It's somebody who just simply fills out a form to download that ebook, that guide, that checklist, that whatever. Everybody knows what a customer is because they've officially opened up their wallet and handed us cash or a credit card or a check, which not many checks anymore, but you get the idea. We have been paid for this thing that we do. But there's these things called a marketing qualified lead, a sales qualified lead, and an opportunity, which I call the messy middle, because nobody knows what's going on in there. And everybody wishes there was an automated way that you could just have them turn into those things, and magical things would happen with external and internal emails when people would make it to these sections. But that doesn't happen. But it can. And that is if you pay attention to really what is 4 pillars of qualifying these leads. The first one, which is just persona, and everybody gets tired of hearing about persona because I'm not gonna talk a lot about personas today, but you should know who you can sell to and who you can't sell to. So if you're not doing positive personas and negative personas and tracking that somehow in any type of CRM or marketing automation software, that's step number 1. Get your 2 to 3 positive personas and your 1 to 2 negative personas in place, and make sure you're segmenting your list that way. That's level 1. Level 2 is you need to know how informed these people are on your website. So, which is easy. How many people have read 10 pages of my website? How many people have read 30 pages of my website? How many people have read 90 pages of my website? You see, because if they're super informed, then the sales process should be totally different. Like most of what we do when we sell is we educate the people. However, if we can look and see that they've read 90 pages of our website, they are probably more educated about the thing that we do or sell than we are ourselves, because they've read a ton of information. But if they only have 10 pages of information they've read, then I know that the process to sell them is going to be a little bit longer. So are they informed? Are they informationally qualified? And we actually set up in HubSpot with all of our clients 3 tiers that we say, hey, for your company, for the amount of monthly traffic you're getting, here's where your 3 tiers are. Boom, boom, boom. We'll just pretend 10, 20, 40. And there's mentalities that go around each of those trigger points, which is radar, research, and revenue, right? If somebody does 10 pages, they should be on a radar. We don't need to do anything.
Mm-hmm.
If they read 20 pages, we need to start doing some research. If they read 40 pages, we should have generated some revenue yesterday, right? Informationally qualified.
Right.
The next section of this, Antoine, is are they engaged? Like they're informed. We got that figured out. Are they engaged? Meaning, are they clicking on those emails? Are they opening those emails? Are they clicking on the CTAs? Have they filled out the form? Have they watched the video?
What is a CTA for people that don't know?
Oh, CTA, call to action.
There you go.
If you don't know what a CTA is, pick up the bat phone and call Antoine or me today immediately, because there's some things we can help you do with your inbound and content marketing. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Anyway. Engagement qualified.
Yeah.
We're going to do the same thing, but it's going to be off of what is called lead scoring, meaning every action that somebody takes on our website, certain amount of page views, call to action clicks, form submissions, whatever, we'll give them some points. And then we want to look from 0 to 100 points. We're going to have trigger points. Let's just pretend it's 25, 50, 75. Again, those trigger points should equal radar, research, and revenue, right? And so now we've got informationally qualified and we've got engagement qualified. That's 3 layers. Let's go ahead and just say that we're going to add one more layer on there.
Yeah.
And we want to know, did they do these things 6 months ago? Did they do these things 3 months ago? Did they do these things 3 days ago? Because we need to add a level of what is recency. And so have they opened an email and visited our website in the last 7 days? Boom. Now, all of these are different pillars, but when you mix them together, you can do some magical things. One of the things is you might want to just automatically automate your marketing qualified leads and your sales qualified leads by saying anybody who has read 20 pages and has a HubSpot score of 50 and 1 or 2 other customizable properties for my industry or my business, make them a marketing qualified lead in HubSpot. If they've already reached both revenue levels, so they've 40 page views and a HubSpot score 75, now make them a sales qualified lead. And as soon as they are made a sales qualified lead, go ahead and send an internal email to our sales team, because marketing can be done. And here's a quality one, because we know they're informed and they're engaged. And if we want to be really hot and spicy, we let the sales guy know. And by the way, they visited the website or opened an email in the last 7 days. This is how you can create a total hot leads list for your sales team. Okay, so you're in HubSpot. You've got a list, and you can say, I want this positive persona, who the HubSpot owner is this guy's name. Let's just call him Johnny.
Right.
And Johnny, we're going to let you know when people have read 40 pages of our website, when they have a HubSpot score 75, when they visited the website or opened an email in the last 7 days or the last 30 days or whatever, and they have done this 1 or 2 other customizable things for our industry or our business. Boom, here's a list. If you need to make your numbers, those are the people you call first. And we could have multiple layers of that, right?
This is
7 days,
this is
30
really
days,
cool.
60 days.
So really have, in 2018, you need to qualify your leads and have really clear layers. And I know it's an issue for a lot of, I will say for a lot of businesses in America, that we don't do enough in qualifying our leads. One of the things that you talk heavily about HubSpot, so obviously you're the king of HubSpot. HubSpot was named after you. But that's my belief.
No.
But obviously, it's something you should look into, HubSpot, whether it's a good fit or not. But this is really the world of CRM. There's a lot of other CRMs, and we don't have to mention their name. There's a lot of other CRM. There is plenty of CRM on the market that actually do that can help you do that. Now, obviously, HubSpot was really around the website, the content, and everything. So they were really, I would say, the leaders in that field, but there's other companies that can help you achieve that, right? Is that fair?
Yeah, Antoine. And here's the thing, to be completely transparent, I love HubSpot because it's what I got started in.
Mm-hmm.
I love HubSpot because they have the academy and they make it easy for human beings to actually understand what in the world they're supposed to do.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't care if this is Wishpond, Sharp Spring. I don't care who you use. I don't care if it's Marketo, Eloqua, Pardot. What I just stated in the last 10 minutes of this interview about qualifying your leads and the different pillars you should use, just do that. I don't care where. Just do it, because it's going to make a dramatic difference in the way that your sales team and your marketing teams work together. And it's going to make a difference in the amount of revenue that you can drive closing those deals. Because everything I talk about is about generating more revenue.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I can make it sound pretty, but at the end of the day, I want money in my wallet, in my back pocket.
Yeah.
The bottom line, that's why would you have 15 certifications? I want to get paid.
Right.
Why would you build a complete system that nobody else teaches? I want to get paid. Like, and that's the mindset of you, the marketer or the sales team out there. Why are we going to not have sales and marketing teams? Why are we going to have a revenue team moving forward?
Right.
Because we want to get paid.
Yeah, that's right. It it really helps, being able to pay the bills and put food on the table at the end of the month, right? It's one of my favorite things, right? All right.
Sleeping and eating in a warm house is always a good thing.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
One of my favorite. We'll bring it there. All right, great. If you have a CRM that you use that does everything that George talked about, please put it in the comments below. If there is one that you've used you didn't like, if you have questions for George about HubSpot, I mean, he's right here. No, he's right there next to me. Put it in the comments below, and I will point this out to George, and George will go and answer your question. I don't know enough about HubSpot. I was in the waters with HubSpot in 2012, but I understand. I understand it enough to be dangerous. But I will make sure that I point this out to George so he answers your question. All right. So the first one was educate yourself. The second one was qualify your leads. And then the third one, which was interesting, was nurture your leads. So what do you mean by nurture your leads?
Yeah, Antoine, here's the other issue that we see in this space is people get all excited and giddy, which they should. And they're like, ooh, we generated a lead. Somebody filled out a form. And they immediately toss it over to sales. And this is why sales says, well, this is crappy. And it's nice that I said they need to be informed and they need to be engaged and it needs to be recent. Mm-hmm. But to feel like they're going to do that on their own, we're sadly mistaken. We have to nurture them. We have to give them a reason to come read page 2, 7, 12, 30, right? We need to give them a way to fill out form 1, 2, 5, 7, to click on the call to actions. And so we always teach at the Sales Line lead nurturing, and we teach lead nurturing with goals that we're trying to achieve basically 5 to 6 major things. And all of these 5 to 6 things that I'm about to talk about briefly come down to when you have like when you take eggs and flour and sugar and baking soda and you put it together, it makes a beautiful cake, right? And so when you take these 6 goals and you put them in here, it just makes a beautiful lead nurturing sequence that people want to be involved with. And so the first thing, and it's because we're trying to make a cake of trust. We want the customer to trust us, right? A nice juice.
Stop
maybe
it already.
Like
My mouth is watering. Yeah. All right, tell me what's in the cake.
Maybe it's key lime pie. Maybe it's cheesecake. Maybe it's cake.
By the way, you're looking great. You've been working out or something?
I have been working out.
Yeah.
So in 2018,
no cake.
I upped my game, man. I'm 4 days a week in the gym. And at least 2 hours each time. But anyway, that's not why they're here.
Right. You look great. I'm just noticing. I'm like, okay, good. All right. So
thanks.
Nurture the leads. So the 4 or 5 goals. Superman. Superman.
Yeah. So here's the thing. First of all, when somebody fills out that form, we want to send an email that basically says, hey, here's the thing that you wanted to download. Now, why do we do this? And I'm talking within 5 to 10 minutes. We do this because we immediately want them to know that we are a man or a woman or a business of our word, right? Hey, you want to download this thing. You got to a thank you page. You're able to download it, but we're also in your inbox so that you don't have to go through the entire process again. You can just download it from this special link that we gave to you because you're special Also, we're training them that we're going to be in their inbox moving forward, so they get used to it and they start to see, oh, they're adding a little bit more value. I got my download, but they gave me a way that I can archive it and get back to it later easily. And I know that they're open for communication because I could easily reply to them right now and ask them a question because they said, hey, reply to this email and let me know if you have any questions.
Right.
So you're adding value. Now, the next email that you send is add value. Okay. So first one was be a man, guy, gal, business of your word. Right. Number 2 is add value. The second email that you send should be, hey, by the way, since you downloaded our ebook, our guide on XYZ ABC, let's say it was fiberglass pools or content marketing. Right. Here are 3 of our most popular fiberglass pool or content marketing articles. Here's 2 of our most popular content or, content marketing or fiberglass pool videos. Here are a couple products that we sell around fiberglass pools or content marketing, which, by the way, I'm saying fiberglass pools and content marketing because those are just examples. I don't know what you do out there on in the internet land, but whatever you do, the products, the services, that's what you would put in your email because it would be weird if you said fiberglass pools and content marketing. Right. Just saying.
Yeah, it would be totally weird if you're a lawyer, people wouldn't get it.
Yeah. Like, why is my lawyer selling me fiberglass pools? I don't need a new heater. I don't even have a pool. It's weird. I'm deleting this email. Anyway, we're playing around. The idea is that hey, I'm a man, a guy, gal, business of my word, and I also add value because in that email, all of those links are to free things that you've written or created, and it is getting you the additional page views and the additional watch time and the additional clicks because you're sending them to those things. And at the very bottom of it might say, oh, and by the way, people who downloaded that ebook, that guide, that checklist that you downloaded a week ago or 2 weeks ago, depending on where you're sending them, they also enjoyed these 3 offers, a checklist, a video series, whatever. And then they click over and they start to watch those. Why did we say it in that way? Because we always get in the line where there's other people. Studies show you if there were 2 lines and one was empty and one was full, you would get in the line that was full. Studies will tell you, if you pay attention, if you drive by 2 restaurants and one is full in the parking lot and one has 0 cars, you're like, beep, 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 beep. I'm going to get food poisoning over there. Right. And people like the food over there, so I'm going to head over that way. So you're using that psychologically to say other people who downloaded that same thing you did like these things. So now that you've added value, what you want to do is you want to collect some more information. So number 3 is collect more information. Right. And you're going to say it in a way that you like to know more about them so that you can provide a better service for them. And so you're going to ask them to take a 1 to 2 minute survey with 3 to 5 questions. And these questions need to be based off of how you want to communicate with them in the future. I'll give you a great example. At the sales line, we do this thing called a video marketing survey, which has 0 to do with what we're talking about today, except for in our collect information email, we say in the survey, do you have a videographer or do you not have a videographer? That's one of the questions. When they answer that, if they answer they have a videographer, then we start to sell our video marketing workshops in a different way because it's about getting the most out of your current videographer and how to have your team help the videographer become successful. If they say, no, we don't have a videographer, then we start to have the conversation on here's how you can hire a videographer. Here's why having a videographer is important. Here's how our workshop will help you, even if you don't have a videographer. Right? So we say we want to know more about them because we can better serve them. But in truth, what we're saying is we really want to send you the right messaging so that you'll actually open it and read it and we can get you through this sales and marketing funnel that we're trying to nurture you through. So a person, business of our word, we add value, we collect information, and now we send them to the next phase offer. Okay. I think we're at 4. Next phase offer, meaning if they were in the buyer's journey or sales funnel, awareness, consideration, decision, top of the funnel, middle of the funnel, bottom of the funnel. If they were at the top of the funnel, we now want to send them an email that gets them to do an offer that's in the middle of the funnel. If they were in the middle of the funnel, we want to send them an offer in an email that gets them to the bottom of the funnel. So let's just say they were at the top because they did a checklist. We might offer them a webinar. If they just watch the webinar and we're trying to get them to the bottom, we might ask them to do a demo. We might ask them to do a free 15-minute sales assessment call. But we're always trying to get them to go further down in the sales funnel with this next phase offer. And then last but not least, we got to break up with them. And this is highly important. And so many businesses aren't doing this, but we send a last email that says, hey, unfortunately, we understand it's us. It's not you. Obviously, you found a better solution for the problem that you're trying to solve, X, Y, Z, A, B, C. Use your own copy, people. But you're saying, we're not going to contact you anymore. We understand that we're just going to go look for other people to date. I wouldn't say that, but you get the idea. It's a breakup letter. We've all seen those breakup letters. We've all gotten one. They all suck. But here's why it's super important for your business, because it's going to be at that point in time that they'll either not say anything, which you can stop wasting time, your sales team time, your marketing team time, and you can go on to people who do want to be engaged with, or they're going to reply and say, no. We're actually trying to get the budget, or we've scheduled a meeting in 2 days to talk to our CEO, and we are interested. And now you can put them on the super interested list and make sure you follow up with them on a more aggressive pattern, or get a specific date to when you should follow up. But now you know that's not a waste of time anymore, because you said, hey, it's us, not you, but we're not going to communicate anymore.
And can people can people get those sample emails, what you're talking about in the HubSpot Academy? That's a great question.
I don't know if they have. That's a great question. I don't know if they have sample emails like that.
I was actually assuming that they would, because I know the HubSpot Academy, because I've been there and I have pretty much a template for everything. So I was surprised that you didn't think that they may or may not have it. I would assume that they would have something close to it. In case
probably something close to it. And especially, where I would actually look now that you mentioned that, I would look at the sales blog. HubSpot sales blog, because I think they have done several articles that possibly have templates for email templates that you need to use would be in there. But yeah. Here's the thing. The reason that I answered that question the way I did, Antoine, is because I'm a big advocate of creating your own templates in your own voice. And so I don't really leverage a lot of pre-made things for our clients, but I force them to create it in a way that they want to say it.
Okay, cool. Now, let me ask you a question, because I think that I will have some clients and some people that I know and everything that would listen to everything that you said and say, I'm already working 12 hours a day. And I don't know, which is part-time, by the way, which is only part of the time, right? You can do whatever you want with the other 12 hours. What would you recommend? Would you recommend, because I know, and I've talking with you, you say you probably should have a videographer on staff, but it sounds like you should probably have a CRM or lead nurturing, or someone that actually, it may not be a full-time job for your business, but it's at least a part-time job, right? Would you say that, is that a fair assessment? And if you say, okay, I totally get, I buy in what George is saying, he's right on point, I know I need to do it, what type of person would I be looking for? I'd like to elaborate on that.
Yep. So here's the thing. First of all, I don't think they're part-time. And if I am talking to small and medium-sized businesses who don't already have a marketing team in place, then this would be a hire that would be a content manager. And they are in charge of helping to create the content, focusing on your editorial calendar, and they are focused in HubSpot or being educated to help the agency if you also have an agency going. But yes, there should be somebody who is the front line of defense for your business and can streamline the communications between the CEO, the CFO, the C-level folks. Because here's another issue we find is that a lot of times if it's that upper tier set of folks, it can quickly become a bottleneck. And so if you have this person, look, here at the Sales Line, we actually say before we engage anybody, you have to have a content manager and you have to have a videographer. Those are two people that you should have in-house that can run with what you need them to run with, whether it's that they're doing all the work or whether if they're trying to support or help support an agency. Those are two key roles. And I will tell you that the easiest place to find probably kind of both of these actually, and maybe the 2-in-1 if you're really good at this, is recent journalism graduates.
Yeah.
Like they know how to interview.
Mm-hmm.
They have some media expertise.
Right.
They're good with the words, you know, the grammar and the spelling and all that good
Right.
stuff. And so get one or two of those people in a seat and kind of divvy up. You're going to be the video side of this. You're going to be the content side of this. I mean, it's a win situation right there.
And I would also say that, you know, for everybody, because I have dealt with all the CRMs at one point or another, some really in-depth and some kind of looking at the surface. There can be a steep learning curve. You know, HubSpot is going to take you some time to actually understand the whole machine and whatnot. This is why they have certifications and whatnot. If you're going to be hiring someone and you are not currently using HubSpot, you're using a different system, and sometimes people are like completely attached to it because they have so much, make sure you find someone that actually has expertise in that. You know, so if you're considering HubSpot, find someone that may have used HubSpot in the past, because there's quite a few of them. HubSpot is not a new software. And I would, you know, a great idea to look for someone in journalism, but look someone that may also have a background that's actually, it's not like, you know, HubSpot, what is that, right? You want them to have, if they may have some certifications and whatnot. So this was awesome, George. The other thing is, if you have some nurture leads ideas, put them in the comments. Like, what are you doing? George mentioned 4 emails that he sends. Like, is there something that you do? I mean, maybe it's not an email, maybe it's a letter, whatever it is. Lead nurturing is lead nurturing. If you have some ideas, please give your comments. George, you know, this was really, really great, because for a lot of businesses that are looking at 2018 and what am I going to need to do, learn, and how do I move the needle? How do I grow my business? A lot of people ask me, how do I grow my business? Sometimes they want to double it. And I'm like, okay, cool. Let's double that.
Yeah.
But number one, educate yourself. Like, you cannot hire people to work on your team or hire an agency if you don't know one thing about content marketing, video marketing, and SEO. You have to know the basics. You have to know it in depth. You actually have to know the basics. Number 2 is qualify your leads. I think this was great. Like, you know, we're wasting way too much time. I heard someone, was Paul Dunn, he said, you have to learn how to say success is what you say no to. Success is what you say no to. We say yes to too many things, and we talk for way too long to way too many people. And then the third thing was nurture your leads with goals. This is really cool. Like, you know, just make sure that once you got a lead that comes in, that you actually are nurturing that person to find out, are they ready to buy? Are they not ready to buy? Is this buying this week, this month, next month, or never? And actually break up with them. Don't waste your time with people who are not going to be doing anything with you. This was really, really cool. Thank you so much, George. You've provided a lot of value. I can see your passion with it. So this is really, really cool. Now, I know, George, that you have a special offer. There's something that you like to offer. So please take a moment and discuss your offer.
Yeah, so there's a couple of things that I'll say. One, if you are a HubSpot user and you're trying to figure out how to get the most out of it, we go out and we've done a ton of these HubSpot intensive training workshops. Mm-hmm. If this is something that you're interested in doing 2018 in the first quarter, just get a hold of me. We're going to probably do some special pricing for maybe the first 5 people who contact us and say, hey, I heard you on Antoine's podcast. I want to do a HubSpot intensive training. If you're somebody who just wants to get deeper into the HubSpot community and maybe you're using a little bit or maybe you're just trying to figure it out, 2 places I'll send you. If you're using it, there is a great Facebook group, Masters of HubSpot, that you should check out, run by yours truly. It is really a great place to hang out if you want to talk to other nerds who love HubSpot and do HubSpot-y things. Right. And then last but not least, you might want to check out the podcast, the Hubcast. Right. I think we're 160 episodes in. So we've been doing it a couple years. Right. And we talk about strategies and updates and wish list items and all sorts of cool stuff. on our podcast. So that's my little promotional piece.
Very cool. Well, thank you so much, George. And all the links are going to be below in the YouTube channel. So if you're watching this on Facebook, go to the YouTube channel. There'll be a link, and then you can get all the links of the Hubspot Academy and everything that George has mentioned, including his contact information on social media and everything. So you have all the information you need to get a hold of George. Thank you so much, George. This was really, really a cool webcast. Now, if you have any comments or anything about this video, or if you have a question for me or George, please put it below. And how we know we're doing a good job? Well, give us the thumbs up. Let us know right there. Click on the thumbs up in Facebook, or click the subscribe on YouTube. Let us know. Put some comments. Put a little good thing. That's how we know we're doing a good job. And on that note, George, thank you again so much. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas to you and your family. And I wish you the best for 2018.
Thank you, Antoine. Same to you.
All right. Thank you, buddy. Bye.